You may not realize it, but we're living in one of the most exciting times in virtual reality. And what do I mean by that? Well, I think we're on the edge, no, the very precipice of a significant step change in the way that we view and use virtual reality. And that step change, in my opinion, is the introduction of mixed reality in a functional and usable way. Mixed reality being a fusion between the real world and your virtual world. And as a flight simmer, being able to fly anywhere in the world virtually, yet have access to all the switches, gauges, and dials, well, that's nirvana. Welcome back to the Sim Hangar. My name's Mark. Thank you very much for watching, and let's get started. Firstly, a quick word from this video sponsor. The most expensive component in your VR headset are your lenses. Protect your lenses and your eyes with lens inserts. VR Wave can make lenses to your prescription, or maybe you don't wear glasses but want to protect your lenses. Then look to get blue light and anti-glare filter. This will reduce stress on your eyes, reduce the chance of motion sickness, means you can stay longer in VR. VR Wave produce lenses for most VR headsets, link in the notes below. Technological innovation and advancement is very often driven initially for a business use case at enterprise level, and then thereafter that technology trickles its way down into consumer-facing products at much more affordable prices. If we take, for example, the Finnish company Varjo, known for their very high-end VR headsets, they have a product, the XR3, and ultimately that technology, or a large portion of it, found its way into the Varjo Aero, which at its time was a groundbreaking VR headset into the market, albeit still priced at enthusiast level. Varjo have recently introduced a new product into the market. It's the successor for the XR3, unsurprisingly called the XR4, and in fact it's the XR4 promo video playing in the background. And as you would expect, it features a whole host of best-in-class specifications and features, from a higher resolution 4K per eye, wider FOV, built-in eye tracking, and so on and so forth, as one would expect. But what's of particular interest to me is the full color pass-through through two 20-megapixel cameras. And I think this is an indication of the direction of travel for VR development in the future. And one can only imagine and hope what the Aero 2 might encompass. But it's not just in the high-end VR headsets, most of which are beyond the affordability of most of us, that color pass-through and opportunities for mixed reality exist. Color pass-through has been available in a number of headsets, including the Pico 4 and most notably the Quest 3. As a virtual reality pilot, I probably have all the same difficulties and problems that you do. That is, at times muscle memory lets you down and you have to feel and fumble your way around looking for that particular switch, dial, or throttle lever. The promise that mixed reality brings to us is to allow us to merge our virtual world with the physical controls around us. Now, there have been a number of attempts in the past to do this. They've all been fairly clunky and by and large unworkable. There's a couple of new things on the horizon, such as Infuse VR, which gives us the opportunity to digitally map the position of our controls, buttons and dials and so on. Haven't tried that yet. It's still under alpha test. Look forward to getting my hands on that in the future. But fellow YouTuber and flight sim enthusiast Russ Barlow has just released a very interesting video which takes us one step closer than I think we've ever been before. Let's first have a listen to Russ.
This gives you the best of both worlds. You can create a mask that perfectly allows your panel to show through, and at the same time you have this outside visual that's 3D, beautiful, and nothing that you can compare to in a flat screen monitor. So that's why I'm so excited about this.
To achieve this, Russ is using the Quest 3 with the mixed reality option enabled and some inexpensive third-party software that allows you to draw a mask within a fixed defined area, giving you view of your controls, gauges, dials and so on. Thank you, Russ, for allowing me to use excerpts from your video. Whilst what Russ is demonstrating is probably the closest we've come to a workable solution, it's not perfect yet. However, once again, I think it's indicating clearly the direction of travel, and that travel is starting to gain momentum. Vajo's XR4 VR headset has perhaps given us a glimpse into the future and an indication of what's coming down the line. The Quest 3 VR headset has shown us that mixed reality is not the domain only of high-end VR headsets, and to some degree, mixed reality is here and now. What I do predict, however, is that full color pass-through and mixed reality applications are going to be more and more part of the virtual reality world as time progresses. And one can only hope that mixed reality functionality starts getting built into the applications from the ground up, making our lives so much easier and not the need to build one software layer on top of the other. Well, I hope you found this useful and informative. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay well, see you soon, and ciao for now.